Well, CoastLife, we know that so many of you have such amazing and generous hearts when it comes to giving back to our community. And sometimes you like to take that generosity and spread it around the world. And this is a guest that we've talked to before about a book, but we're going to kind of remind you of the mission and how you can get involved and give back as well. We've got Susie Keefer joining us on the CoastLife couch today to talk about Miriam's Table. So Susie, kind of remind us about Miriam's Table, what it is and how you got started.
Okay. My first trip to the Democratic Republic of Congo was in 2010. I fell in love with the people and especially with the nutrition program children that I visited while I was there. So I wanted to go back again and somehow I wanted to get back there. So I made arrangements to be able to go back in 2011 and I spent the 2 weeks that I was there mostly just being with the children.
Yeah.
The first day I was there was an adorable little girl that wanted me to pick her up. And, you know, there were hundreds of children, so I was picking up a lot of children. Anyway, when I picked this child up, she never wanted me to put her down, and her name, I found out her name was Miriam. And so I was there for the 2 weeks. Every day that I would come, she would be waiting, and every day that I leave, she would cry.
Aww.
And so we had really had this connection, and that was in 2011. I went back again at Christmas time of that same year and stayed for about 8 days. And when I arrived, it was like we'd never been apart. She was still kind of waiting and jumping in my arms. The following spring in 2012, her father passed away. And so my husband said we needed to bring her home, and I thought that was kind of impossible, you know, in that country there, and international adoption and all those kind of things. But it all fell together, and she became our child. But during that time, when I was going back and forth to Congo for the adoption and for visiting and everything, I became known. And they knew that I was coming to feed the children. So the last day that I was there, when we went to pick up Miriam to bring her home, her visa was finally ready, we went down there and spent the day. And when I went back to where we were staying with Dr. Yahadi, she had said some women had come to find me, some mothers. And they said, we're looking for your Susie. We understand that she feeds your children and our children are starving. And could she feed our children? So I was flying out the next day, and that was, you know, what I went home with in my heart, and sharing that with my husband and our friends. We decided there'd be some way we could possibly start a second feeding center. So in 1 year, we were able to bring everything together, got a piece of land near where those women were, and we opened our doors. We fed 65 people, little ones that were quite starving, and now we're feeding 350.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it became named Miriam's Table in our daughter's honor. So.
That's incredible. And so you guys have been in operation for what, 10 years you said?
Yes, I was there for the celebration. I was in Congo during November, and we celebrated the 10th anniversary. So
that's incredible.
From 2014 to 24, so but pretty exciting.
Well, I know that Miriam's story touched your heart, obviously, in a big way, and I know it touches a lot of our viewers as well. And we know that our viewers love to get involved, and we know that our community loves some bingo. So you have an opportunity coming up where people can play some bingo and give back to this incredible organization.
Exactly. This will be our 5th bingo event, and it became quite big right off the bat. We have it in time in, you know, like the last weekend in February every year. And we have that's what kind of the winter doldrum time and looking for something to do. And so we do it in an afternoon from 4 to 7, and we're at the St. Jude's Parish Hall. It holds 240 people, and we sell out.
I bet you do.
We sell out, and we call it beach bingo just because of where we're located, but we also have sort of beach foods, you know, hot dogs and chips and those kinds of things. We also have a silent auction. This year mostly most of the time we'll be having some gift baskets made from all kinds of businesses and people that are donating them, so it should be fun.
It's going to be tons of fun. So for folks who want to get involved and attend this bingo event, how can they purchase tickets, and when is it, so that people know when to show up?
Right, February 22nd from 4 to 7. You can go directly onto Miriam's Table website, miriamstable.org.
Perfect.
And go click on the bingo square that they have there, and you can just do your registration there.
Perfect. There you go. So we'll give you a minute to check all of that out. Susie, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about Beach Bingo and about Miriam's Table and the wonderful work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Of course. But when we get back on Coast Life, we are talking about the Fire and Ice Festival and all the can't miss details that's on the way.